Hello dear viewers, my name is Rakesh and I am your host here in this video. The topic of the video is the EURUSD and GBPUSD technical analysis today. Today is the 15th of September 2021. I am a DUSCAD community member and I am not an employee of DUSCAD Bank. So all the views or the opinions or the trading ideas discussed in this video are of my own. As the name of the topic suggests, we will be carrying out the technical analysis of the euro against the US dollar and the British pound against the US dollar. If the time permit, we will also carry out the technical analysis of other major pairs as of today. In this video, we will be strictly talking about the technical aspects of trading and ignore all the fundamentals. As a technical analyst, I know that every information, whether it is political or fundamental, is already priced into the chart. So we will try to follow the charts only for our analysis. In this program, we will only be using the candlestick charts. We will try to find out the most important levels for all the pairs and we'll see how we can trade from them. If you are new to the technical analysis, I would request you to go to our channel page and then select the playlists and search for the profitable candlestick patterns and the profitable chart patterns playlist. If you go through them, it will help you in understanding what we talk about in this video. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments below the video. Last but not least, everything that I say in this video is for information or the knowledge purpose only. You should do your own research before you put your money on the line. So with this standard introduction, I would like you to go through the standard risk disclaimer also. It says that trading foreign exchange on the margin carries a high level of risk and is not suitable for all the investors. Whatever is the past performance, it is not an indicative of future results. The high degree of leverage is dangerous and can work against you as well as for you. So in a nutshell, you should not carry or trade with the high leverage. And the last paragraph says that never take a trade based on what you see in this video. I will not be held responsible for any losses that occur in your account. You and you alone are responsible for deciding if you are comfortable accepting the risk involved in the forex trading or not. So with this, the risk disclaimer is over and we can switch to the analysis part. So on your screen right now is the daily chart of the euro against the US dollar. Yesterday we had told that the 1847 level, 1.1847 level here is a good resistance for the euro, and today the price has made an intraday high of 1831, that is 1.18318, and now is trading at 1.1805, just about 5 pips away from the support zone of 1.1800, which is also a psychological handle. Also see that yesterday there was a bearish pin bar which had made a high at around 1.1845 and low at around 1.1800. So there was this 45 pips of range on a daily candle and it showed us a bearish pin bar, suggesting that the bears are trying to take control of the market, but the bulls are still sitting at around 1.1800. Till the time we don't see a close below 1.1800, 1.1751 will not be exposed. Looking at the current scenario, it may be possible that today we see a close below 1.1800, and if we do, then there can be a follow-up to the 1.1751. But on the contrary, if we see a climb to the higher side, then 1.1847 is still going to be the resistance for this pair. Also notice how the 10 periods moving average is on the verge of crossing below the 20 periods moving average. although still now it is trading above the 20 periods moving average, but eventually day after tomorrow or tomorrow it may cross below and it will again issue a bearish signal for the traders. Talking about the next pair on the chart, it also had a bearish pin bar yesterday, and if we just remove this line here, the price today has retraced almost 50% of the move after making a low at around 1.3793 on the 4-hour. You see, on the 4-hour, the price closed yesterday here, but today it has made a low at around 1.3793, and if we choose a Fibonacci from here to this low, the price has already retraced the 50%, that is 1.3854 region, and now is trading below that at around 1.3829. So this is a suggestion that the sellers are keeping a close eye on this market, and when there is a good pullback, they are still trying to open fresh position in the direction of short positions. So from here, what we can deduce, what is the result here, is that as soon as we see a close below this rising channel support, we can open the fresh short positions with the target 1.3670 and 1.3572. And on the contrary, if we see price going up, then 1.3886 can be a very good resistance for the price, and if that is taken out on the daily closing basis, then 1.3983 will be exposed in this market. Looking at the New Zealand dollar, yesterday there was a bearish pin bar as well as it was a bearish engulfing candle also on the daily chart, and today there is a small follow up, but the price eventually came back to test 7104 as the fresh resistance. See what happened yesterday, the price went below this, gave us a bullish pin bar, again bullish pin bar, rejected at the price, then again rejection at this price. So now it seems like 0.7104 is holding as a resistance. If we see a close below this today also, then 0.7045 may be exposed in this market. On the contrary, if we see a climb higher, if the price starts going up from here, then we can test 0.7151, and if that is broken, then 0.7170. If that is broken, then we are bound to test this falling channels resistance line. This is a long-term resistance. This is a long-term resistance based on this channel here. I want to remove the clutter so that it is visible. There are two channels being formed here. You see, if you join this low and this low, you will see this high and this high here, which is actually not made yet. So if you join these two lows and draw a parallel line, so you will get this line here, and this line is very important line, and yeah, this is the channel that I am talking about. If the price closes higher, then this falling channels resistance line will be acting as a fresh resistance for the price in the coming time. Talking about Australian dollar. Australian dollar has been in a downtrend, and after the price made a low at around 0.7105 region, it has come back to the neckline, which is this line here. I want to increase the width of this one also so that you can see. So this was a neckline which was the neckline for this head and shoulder pattern, and this neckline is now being retested by the price, and after a retest, the price has given us a bearish pin bar, not a bearish pin bar but a bearish engulfing candle, and now there is a follow up, and yesterday the price has closed below a very important level of 7332 levels, 7342 levels, 7342 to 7332 levels, and now after giving a close below this, this level is acting as a fresh resistance. It was a very good support in the past, and now this level is acting as a very good resistance for the price. The price has been rejected from this place twice already. So now we are eyeing 0.7289 level in this market. Looking on the upside, if we see a close higher than this, then 0.7426 will be exposed in this market, at least on the daily closing basis. Talking about the USDJPY, there was a follow up to the downside below 109.57, but the price took the support immediately at around 109.11. so again the price has come back into the zone of resistance. Expect some rejection from here, and we can even witness these lows here. You see these lows here. Okay, we can witness this 108.72, and if 108.72 is taken out, then we can also witness 107.47 in this market. On the higher side, we have 109.57 as the immediate resistance, and after that this zone, this rectangular zone of 110.50 zone is also going to be a very good resistance for the price in case it tries to go higher from here. US dollar against the Canadian dollar yesterday gave us actually there's a congestion here. The price is making almost the same, is hovering around the same level. 1.2707 is the resistance on the higher side, 1.2628 is the support for the price. So the price is consolidating between these two levels from last 1 week, and expect a breakout very soon on either of the direction. We are bullish in this market. If we see a price closing higher than 1.2707, we can see 1.2778 in this market, and if we see a close higher than that, then 1.2914 will be exposed. On the contrary, if we see a close below 1.2628, it will expose 1.2589 in this chart, and if we see a close below that, then 1.2493 will be exposed on this market. USDCHF is trying to take a support at the confluence of two supports. Actually, this was the confluence of two supports. One was this horizontal support, and one was this falling trend line, which is now acting as a support after breakout from this. So now 0.9241 is the fresh resistance for the market, and 0.9165 is still a good support for this market here. EURGBP, yesterday after a bullish pin bar there was a follow up, but suddenly it got rejected at around 0.8558 levels. Yesterday also we had discussed about this level, that it is going to be a good resistance, and it is happening. So right now the price is sandwiched between two important levels of 0.8558 and 0.8532 to 0.8523 level. So we need a breakout on either of the direction, either down or up, for further confirmation whereas the price to where the price is going to be. As of now, there is no trade in the EURGBP. Talking about the gold, yesterday there was a bullish pin bar, but today there is no follow up. That means the buyers are not ready to open the fresh positions at the high of around 1808 levels. So expect some pullback. If we see fresh buyers emerging at 1780 level or so, we can see 1831 still. But if we see a closing below 1779, then 1756 will be exposed in this market, and if we see a closing below 1756, then 1670 and otherwise this triangle's low will be exposed at around 1680 levels. So there is a chance of almost $100 loss if we see a close below 1779. So talking about the GBPJPY, we had told that there is a possibility of testing 152.66, but that will act as a good resistance, and it has already happened yesterday. After a close below, we already suggested that 151.16 is exposed, and see, it is tested today, and now the price is trading at 151.27. If we see a close below 151.16, we can see 150.49 in this market, and if we see the price is able to manage a close above this 151.16, then 152.19 may be tested once again. If we see a close above 152.19, we can also see 152.66 once again, and a close above that will expose 153.44 on the daily chart. CHF is perfectly moving within a triangle. One can take a small risk here with a very small value. If you see a bullish price action here, you can open the buy position with a small stop loss here around 118.72 with the target of 119.68 region. Okay, otherwise if you are very patient like me and you are waiting for this triangle to mature from weeks and months, then wait for the right time, because when the price breaks to the upside or to the downside, that will be even a better position to trade in this market. But as of now, the price is right on the support. The resistance is at 119.68, and after a close below 118.87, we can see that 117.50 will be exposed in this market. Talking about the EURAUD, no surprises here. Yesterday we saw a close higher than 1.6080, and after a close higher, we are expecting the market to pull back to this level to give us a fresh support where we can open the buy position in the direction of 1.6437 actually. So this is what we are waiting for in this market. So expect some bullish price action near 1.6080 and open small buy position with a small stop loss below the low, whatever the price makes here, with the target of 1.6437. This is a very nice position to take as of now, because this was a very good resistance for a few days, and now this level I am expecting to hold as a good support in the EURAUD. So if we go on the upside, 1.6437 is going to be the resistance, and if that is taken out, then this high here will be the next level of resistance at around 1.6828, which is very much possible on this market. Talking about the euro against the New Zealand, a small pullback yesterday and a small pullback today. The price has already seen the high of 1.6686 in this market. It's very close to the level that we had marked on our chart. This is 1.6693, and the price has actually not closed, but come below that level, as well as below the lower support zone, which is at around 1.6637. So right now the market is trading at 1.6629, which is not a good sign. If we see any close below 1.6637, then 1.6487 will definitely be exposed in this market. On the contrary, if you see a close higher than 1.6637, then 1.6693 may be exposed in this market. Talking about the silver, we saw a closing below 23.84. It was a crucial resistance. The price that tried to breach this level once yesterday but has failed, and today also it tried once and has failed again. So today is an inside bar for yesterday, and till the time we don't see a break of the yesterday's candle high or low, we can say that the silver has entered a mode of correction. On the higher side, 23.84 is the immediate resistance. On the lower side, 22.86 is the support. So expect a sell-off to the 22.86 level before we see a buying. And if the buyers do not emerge, and if we see a closing below 22.86, then 22.06 will be exposed in this market. Talking about the Ethereum has finally broken out on 4 hourly, at least, from that symmetrical triangle that we were talking about, and is trading higher than the resistance of 3467. Right now the price is at 3520, is looking very good. If we see a closing above 3467, then 4031 is again exposed. So look for a buying option near 3467 region. So how you can do that? Simple, look for such a price action here. If you see such price action, look for a bullish price action near this area. If you see a bullish price action near this area, that will be your area to open the buy position. So on the higher side, 4031 we have as a resistance. On the lower side, 3467 is the fresh support, I expect, because this was a good resistance in the past. Expect this to become a fresh support for the price. If that does not hold, expect some support at 3313, and if that does not hold, expect support at 3173 and 3116 in this market. So if we talk about Litecoin, after giving a huge range on day before yesterday, the yesterday's candle could not push the price on either of the sides, and even today the price is trading at 182.6 8, which is not going to take this market anywhere. So I'll suggest that stay away from this market on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, even yes, there is some bullishness that you can see in this market, but even if you buy here, you have a resistance at around 191.0, so it's a good resistance. So I will suggest stay away from this market until it breaks out and closes above 191. In that case, 208 will be the fresh resistance for this market. Now talking about the Brent, yesterday we talked that 75.5 can be reached very soon, maybe today or tomorrow, and today it has already been reached. There is no surprise to us because 75.54 is the level that we were expecting to be reached very soon. Now expect 77.80 if the price is able to close above 75.62 in this market, and if that happens, then 77.80 is exposed, and if the price is able to close higher than 77.80, then we can expose 86.71 in this market. On the contrary, if we see some resistance here that a lot of sellers push in here 75.62 levels, then it can push the price back to 71.87. So only the time will tell whether we see a bullish price action here or a bearish price action, because right now the price is testing this area at the time of recording. If we see a close in the form of a bearish pin bar here, then 71.87 will be exposed again. All right, after Brent we have a Swiss index to talk about. Now Swiss index is at a very crucial juncture. You remember that yesterday I was talking about this zone. This is a zone of supply, sorry, this is a zone of demand. If you open a buy position here, you have a very small risk here. You have a very small stop loss here, and you have first take profit target at this one. So at the current price, I'm not saying that you buy right now, but if you see a buying opportunity, like on 4 hour, if you see a bullish price action here, you should definitely be buying this market. Okay, so like this is a 4 hour chart. If you see a bullish price action here, like a bullish pin bar or a bullish engulfing, go buy this market and keep your stop loss below the recent low that the price has made, and target this 12,572 region in this market. Okay, this is all a buy market. But if you see that there is no bullish price action here, and the price is going down and closes the day below this rising channel's support line, then expect further correction, and 11,793 will be exposed in this market. And if you see a close below that, then 11,277 will be exposed in this market. On the contrary, if you go upward, then we will have to draw the Fibonacci extensions. So 14,281 is the 161.8% of this fall. So if we see a block here, then we have to draw it again with an extension, and then we have to reevaluate our strategy as to where we will be booking our profits in case it starts going upwards. Talking about the EURCHF, it is trading between 1.0884 and 1.0840 region. These are the levels that we have drawn on our chart as the support and resistance. Till the time the price is trading between these two levels, we cannot be sure where the price is going to go. We need a breakout in either of the direction, to the upside or to the downside, to be sure where the future price action will take us. So right now the support is at 1.0840, resistance is at 1.0884. Looking at the 4 hour chart, it seems that the price has just taken support at 1.0840 and is now trying to give us a follow up to the upside, and 1.0884 is going to be the next level of resistance. That's it about this market. Talking about the GBPCHF, yesterday we saw a bearish engulfing. Today there was a follow up, but the buyers emerged on the lower positions, so they're trying to send the price higher. Let us see if it is not a retest of the broken trend line. No, it is not a retest of the broken trend line. It is actually a bullish pin bar at the support, and then after there is the follow up So expect 1.2802 to be tested again, and if we see a daily closing above that, above 1.2802, then we will expose this high in this market, that is 1.3075. On the lower side, we have immediate support at around 1.2632 region and 1.2550 region in this market. So now talking about the Bitcoin is going strong on the daily chart. It is trading at the day's high, that is 48,020 is where it is trading now, and has made an intraday high at around 48,382. So expect some resistance at around 50,405. Before that, there is no resistance as of now. If you are looking for a buying opportunity in this one, then look for the opportunity near 47,057 if the price happens to go there. And if it does not, don't be sad, because if it is not there, it was not for you. Buying right now will give you an opportunity to score 2400 pips, $2400, but you will have to have a stop loss of around $1900. So it is not a recommended strategy to trade. So wait for the right opportunity, look for a good bullish price action here in this range of 47,057, then you can target 50,405, the small stop loss wherever the price made a low here. Looking at the dollar index, like I said yesterday also, that every time the price comes back to this weekly line, since it has been broken to the upside, will be acting as a support every time the price tries to touch this line. Now there has been a bullish pin bar yesterday, but today there is no follow-up, but as such 92.45 is acting as a good support for the price. Till the time 92.45 and this trend line is holding on the daily closing basis, we can still see 93.18 in the US dollar market. On the contrary, if we see a close below 92.45, then this falling trend line will definitely be acting as a support in the coming days, but see, it is decreasing in value every day. So there is a possibility of 91.76 and 91.48 soon in this market if we see a close below 92.45. Talk about the last currency of today, EURCAD. We have already told that till the time we see this line holding, we can always see higher prices, but today's candlestick is looking like a bearish engulfing on the daily chart, and if we see a close below this rising trend line here, then the recent lows will be exposed in this market, and the recent lows are sitting at these regions 1.4856, 1.4793, and after that this region here around 1.4664, and after that 1.4605 will be exposed in this one if we see a close below this rising trend line. Let us see on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, on the 4-hour chart it is not looking very good. If this trend line holds, we can say that there is a possibility of testing 1.5065 region, but if this trend line does not hold and if we see a red candle closing below this trend line, then 1.4856 and 1.4793 will be exposed in this market. So with this, we have covered all the pairs that we wanted to talk about today. So to wrap up this video, I just want to say that I hope you got some idea about the support and the resistance levels that are of interest in the coming hours and days. I cannot stress it more, but just keep in mind to not to risk more than 1% of your capital on any single trade, and look for a potential profit of more than 3 times the risk that you are going to take. So if your stop loss gets hit, you should not lose more than 1% of your capital, and if your take profit target hits, you should gain at least 3 times the risk that you had taken. With this note, I shall end this video. Please press the like button if you find this video useful for you. You can leave your suggestions in the comment section and consider subscribing to the channel for more such videos. Also, you can join the DUSCAD Forex community where there are so many traders, and the links are there in the description. You can also give us a Facebook like if you want to. I wish you a very happy and a profitable day. Thank you very much for watching. Let us meet tomorrow at 1500 GMT in the live webinar if there is no problem with the power supplies and my internet. If there is any problem with the power supply and internet, then expect my video in the recorded form after 1 to 2 hours of the webinar. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. God bless you.